The Kenyan automotive industry is one of the dynamic industries whereby each year, each generation tends to influence how people buy cars. Now, decades ago, Kenyans used to love sedans, but nowadays, everybody, if not everybody, have an interest in the SUVs. And taking a look at cars that are built on the chassis of pickup includes this car that we have here today, the 2017 Ford Everest. Similar to how the Fortuner shares the same platform with the Hilux, similar to how the Isuzu MUX shares the same underpinnings with the Isuzu MUX, and also synonymous to how the Mitsubishi Pajero Sport shares most of its underpinnings with the Mitsubishi L200. Is the same way the Ford Ranger shares the same chassis with the Ford Everest. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Abel, and this is Topcar Kenya, where we normally say you get the right car at the right price, and of course in the right place. This is a one-of-a-kind car that not only gives you off-road capabilities, but also, owing to its imposing stature and beautiful appearance, it makes a perfect daily driver. If you commute daily to town, from home to work, then this car makes a good daily driver, and you're having it courtesy of Topcar Kenya. Now, straight to the exterior design compared to its predecessor is that they are somewhat the same, but this one has more enhanced character lines and of course subtle refinements. Straight to the front rear is that we do have a chrome accented grille that is adorned with the Ford emblem. This is an American car, hence the Ford appearance and hence its muscular look. Now, as you can see, the bull bar has the Everest badging, showing its imposing look and commanding stature. Now, the bull bar not only lends it an aggressive touch, but also protects its body components from damage, especially when going off-road. Now, these headlights are LED, and of course, they add a contemporary flair to this SUV. I mean, look at this car. Why will you not invest your money in a car that will give you a value that is unmatched? And of course, if you want to get this car, we are here courtesy of Topcar Kenya. We can import this car on your behalf. Just give us a call at 0722 469 360, or you can send us an email at info.topcar.co.ke, and you get this car in a record of 6 weeks. That is if it's coming from Japan to UK, or from Japan and UK coming to Kenya, or a record of 7 days, that is from South Africa coming to Kenya. That is the beauty of importing courtesy of Topcar Kenya. To the side profile, as you can see, it has a wide body kit, and the muscular arches give it an imposing look, always comparing to how the camera position when it's here, and when I move a little bit to the side, you can see the muscularity of this car. Now, we do have the badging over here. It's a bi-turbo. This car is a 2017 model, a 3.3 liter diesel linked to a 6-speed automatic transmission, churning out 430 newton meters of torque and 143 kilowatts. Those are very powerful figures that can makes this car a very good off-roader. Now, the mirror caps have chrome accents and a mixture of black finishing, and also auto-dimming lights that add an alluring look. The lower fascia has side steps, or running boards as most will prefer. They help passengers to effortlessly embark or disembark from the vehicle. That is how the side profile looks like. Now, coming to the rear is where the rear has elicited mixed reactions. As, do you think this car looks very well at the rear or not? You can tell me at the comment section down below. What do you think of the rear of the 2017 Ford Everest? Because it has elicited mixed reactions. Some say it's very good, some say it's not good looking. Tell me in the comment section, what do you think of the rear of the 2017 Ford Everest? Of course, we are having this car courtesy of Topcar Kenya. Now, the rear has a subtle roof spoiler that enhances its dynamic, of course, profile and improves aerodynamics at the same time. We do have the chrome accent badging of the Everest over here, and down below, for enthusiasts who love off-road escapades, if you love going for adventure tours, You don't need to look anywhere else. The Ford Everest is the perfect car for you because, as you can see over here, we do have a tow bar. With this tow bar, you can attach a trailer or a caravan that you can use to tow other things to wherever you are going. If you love camping, why will you not consider the Ford Everest, owing to the fact that it churns out 430 newton meters of torque, and it has a tow bar which can use to pull caravans and trailers. The headlights are somewhat big, and of course they extend to the lift gate that is power actuated, and of course they are very adaptive and LED oriented. That is how the rear looks like. Remember, this car, courtesy of Topcar Kenya, we can get it to Kenya. We can import it on our behalf. It will take 6 weeks from Japan and UK coming to Kenya, and a record of 7 days from South Africa coming to Kenya. Days or a duration that is unheard of, only witnessed under Topcar Kenya. That is the benefit of working with Topcar Kenya. So the Everest is a very good car. Since we are seeing what the interior encompasses, let's take a look at the interior, because they say what is inside the cab is much better than what you see outside. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the interior of the 2017 Ford Everest. Starting with these controls, these are power windows, and of course, the centralized door lock. If you don't want to lock your doors one by one, you do have this button over here. And straight to the cabin is that we do have a telescopic and a power assisted steering wheel that not only adapts to road curvature effectively, but also gives the driver full control of the vehicle. We do have steering wheel controls which you can use to adjust the traction and also engage the adaptive cruise control. And at the same time over here, you can use to increase or decrease the volume of the infotainment system, or even pick your calls. Let me power this car on so that you can hear how good it sounds and how the cluster meter looks like. Is it digital? Is it analog? Let me power it on. Remember, it's a keyless start and entry. So it's a push start button, and let us do the thing. And that is the Everest for you. As you can see, the speedometer is an analog speedometer. Then the clusters flanking the analog speedometer are digital. So it is a balance between analog and digital. That is the cluster meter for you. Now, to the infotainment system, is that unfortunately this one has no Apple CarPlay, but some grades, the higher grades, do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now, remember I said this car is a 3.4-liter turbo diesel linked to a 6-speed automatic transmission, which is over here. As much as it makes a perfect daily driver, it is good for off-roading, as it comes with a 4-wheel drive. That is 4 low gears and 4 high gears that, of course, depending on your preference or the terrain you're traversing on, you can automatically interchange the gears so that the vehicle can outdo the terrain that is sticky, full of sand or gravel. That is the Everest for you. As you can see on the dashboard, we do have some leather, well done leather, that contributes to the premium look of the vehicle. And of course, the stitches that run from this end to the other end makes it more appealing. The Everest badging over here, of course, enhances the imposing appearance of this car, and at the same time the leather upholstery seats together with the soft touches makes this car very appealing. Now, the headroom and the legroom are very okay. If you are very tall, you don't need to look anywhere. This car, you will fit in comfortably, and of course the seats are power adjustable, hence you can match the desired posture you're looking for when seated in a vehicle. That is the first row for you. So let's take a look at the second row to see how the headroom is. As you can see, the seats are still leather scented, and of course, we do have multiple storage compartments. We do have door pockets over here. We do have jacket pockets over here, and of course, a glove box over there at the front row. And one thing I love about this car is that it comes with a dual zone climate control, which you can control over here, and of course, a 12-volt power outlet that you can use to charge your devices, whether it's a phone or a tablet. That is the beauty of owning an Everest. And with this car, you can get it courtesy of Topcar Kenya. As you can see, that is how the first row looks like from this side. Now, this car, of course, it doesn't have a sunroof, but it has something called a moonroof, whereby you can retract the cover, but the glass cannot move. So it's called a moonroof. That's the difference between a sunroof and a moonroof. At the same time, this car is a 7-seater. So if you have a larger household, you can see there's a third row seat where if you have pets or kids, they can comfortably fit in the third row seat. Adults will find it crampy owing to its limited knee room and headroom. When it comes to practicality, Ford Ranger is one of the best cars as it offers you a spacious boot that is one of a kind. It's very spacious. Now, as you can see, is that uh, these rear seats can be retracted to create more space. So if you have more space, you can retract the rear seats. If you have more passengers, the rear seat can be unfolded to create more seating arrangement for the passengers you have. So you can take a look at how practical this car is. So its hallmarks are practicality, reliability, versatility. When it comes to availability of spare parts is where you have to think twice as to whether you want to go with the Ford Everest or you want to go with the likes of Toyota Hilux, which has an abundance of spare parts all over Kenya. So it's one thing you need to keep in consideration when buying this car. Its fuel consumption, given to the fact that it's diesel, of course, it has a stellar fuel economy and strikes a balance between performance and fuel efficiency, making it one of the most sought cars owing to that balance that its engine, its bi-turbo engine strikes. Remember, you can get this car courtesy of Top Car Kenya. You can just give us a call at 0722 469 360 or send us an mail at info@topcar.co.ke and you own this wonderful car that does not only give you the confidence of driving around, but at the same time earns you respect wherever you go. My name is Abel, and this is Top Car. We normally say you get the right car at the right price, and of course, in the right place.